Hello, this is Mr. Fall for a new commentary video about a speedrun. Today this is Lulu's Temple, and this is as you can see, a very dark game. It's a 2D platformer, very challenging too. You will see that the dark and light mechanic is very important in the game. It's a bit spooky, not necessarily an horror game, but the entire atmosphere is a bit creepy. Some enemies can be a bit spooky too, like some screaming enemies or some very fast enemies. Others that use the dark environments to their advantage. So yeah, that's a very cool game. Also very challenging as a speedrun. I'm still working on it to improve the world record right now. And still I'm looking forward to see other runners to try this run. Anyway, let's start now, and I'm gonna explain the rounder when it will happen. The timer will start when the text boxes here will stop. We are trapped in this mysterious temple, and we have to escape it. This is the plot of the game. You have basically three objects with you. You have your main weapon, which is a gun. You can charge the gun with a certain amount of bullets, as you can see. Okay, that's a problem I'm gonna talk about later. There's a little problem with this game when it comes to speedrunning. So yeah, the gun is your primary weapon. The second weapon will be the torch. It will obviously help you in the dark, and it can also be upgraded later. And you have the scarab, which is your little body. It will follow you, and if you throw the torch, you can use the same key to tell the scarab to bring your torch back. So this is the main mechanics, and you can see that I'm putting some fire on the torch there. That's also very very important, because it will avoid you jumping in death pits, basically, as you could see in the previous. Forgot to split, by the way. That's fine. This is only the first split is not very important. Yeah. You can still navigate in the dark like here if you know the game enough, but still some other parts are pretty challenging without light. I'm skipping this chest. Usually they're giving you some upgrades, but the one in this chest is not very interesting, to be honest. It's an upgrade for the torch, but it's not very good. Basically, it knocks down the enemies if you're having a full charge with the torch, but there will be one later which is much better for the torch. This floor will introduce stronger enemies like this one, which is another flying enemies, but it's tankier than the flying skulls. It also shoots some bullets, so that's a pretty problematic enemy. Also, there will be the scorpions there, which are very fast and very tanky too. And their hitboxes can be pretty deceptive sometimes for some reason. But yeah, the first three floors, once you know them, they are not too much of a problem. So the spikes you saw there, you can activate them with the torch, and when they are in cooldown you can work on them, and that's fine. Fourth floor introduces the specters that you can see here. If you're in the light, they won't move at all, but if you're in the dark, they will start chasing you, and I can tell they are pretty fast. They are usually in group, so it's very easy to be surrendered and lose a ton of HP. You have only 3 HP, so you can die pretty quickly in this game. This is the first upgrade I'm taking. If you charge your your torch to the maximum, it will do a little explosion when you will release the button, so that's very good. Okay, very good. This room is a big problem for me, and it will probably be for the new runners. There's a lot of spikes, there are specters, some tanky enemies. Yeah, very challenging. So here you have to activate more spikes, but also there's a scorpion walking on a plate, so it will activate an arrow trap. So be careful with that too. This recoil was pretty fine. Yeah, because you have a recoil when you take a hit in this game. Flow 5. So this one introduces the frogs, which will throw their tongue, and it will trap you until you will. I made a mistake here. Until you press left and right enough, or you can also throw a fully charged torch on them and they will die too in this case. But you can also use them to advance in the game, like here. I have to wait for the song to reach me, and I will free myself with a torch once I'm able to advance on the floor here. There will be another one pretty soon. Hopefully this room will go well. Sometimes it can be a big challenge because you have to activate some traps, you have to avoid some arrows as well. I'm taking it slowly here because I'm a bit scared, to be honest. Okay. Also the frogs are on a cycle, so I have to wait here. I got better cycles on other runs. Yeah, I have to wait a long time. So it makes me lose time, sadly. Floor 6 will introduce a new puzzle mechanic, which is the eyes. If you throw the torch on the eye, it will activate some blocks. As you can see, those blocks there. Oh, I was pretty scared there. Thankfully it went well. I'm also skipping this chest because it's not very interesting. It gives a... What did I just do? Okay. I have to redo this part, sadly. This is just because I'm commenting. Yeah, it gives a upgrade to the scarab, but it's not very interesting, to be honest. It's when it get the torch back to you, but it's not usually in a place where it's gonna be interesting. So those screaming enemies, they are doing a huge explosion every time, so you have to be careful with them. And I'm not even sure you can kill them normally. Okay, this is another scary room. So here, I'm just gonna activate this guy screaming, and then there we go. Okay, I need to do that. Don't forget that this time. And floor 6 is over. Floor 7 is one that can be very trolly sometimes. I'm getting better at it, but it can still be trolly. You will see some boulders with chains. Oh my god. Yeah, I'm in a bad position there. I have to be careful. Yeah, I'm taking it slowly. Because since you're in the dark, obviously, that makes it harder to see when the boulder falls. Okay, I made it to the checkpoint. I'm taking a hit, unnecessary hit there because this room can be a big problem sometimes. I need to put some light or that's gonna be impossible to go past through this room without any problem. I'm grabbing the key here. It happened to me before. You can actually miss it if you don't jump, so be careful with that. Last floor before the last boss. Floor 8 will introduce the ants enemies, which will steal your torch, and they are extremely tanky. They are operating with the specters, and yeah, you don't like them. I'm taking this upgrade, which is the last one. Every 5 bullets, I'm gonna throw a fireball, and that's obviously very good for DPS. Like, this end didn't have any chance. Okay, so this room I'm being very careful. Okay. I need to let the torch there. Okay, I can have some problems sometimes with it. And now I have to be careful with the boulder and also the specters. This room can be very scary sometimes. Okay. I forgot about this little guy there. Here I have to activate 3 eyes. You can also use the torch on the walls to activate the eyes. That's a good thing. And I need to charge this, so this end will die pretty quickly. And there you go. We have finished the regular levels, so now little thing I need to talk about, and that will be up to the moderation of events I'm gonna submit this game to. There is a slur in the name of the boss, ableist slur. I know it's bad. I've contacted the dev of the game, so hopefully they will change that. But that's something I need to mention. So now, about the strategy of the boss, there is 3 phases, and the goal here is to one cycle all of them. So that's one here. So what I'm doing, I'm charging both my gun and my torch at the very beginning. Then I'm just mashing, doing a short shot on the weak point and repeating. There we go. This can be a bit tricky to do, but once you get a little bit of training, that's fine. The only thing is that you need some good rhythm, some good mashing. And now we are entering the last part of the game. So the scarab we had with you is actually a deity. You will see the transformation here. But yeah, there is a last sequence which is an escape. No timer, it's just that you will see some boulders spawning from the roof. I don't know how to say that. From the ceiling. And they are orangey, so most of the time they are not a problem, but they can hit you at the beginning of a new floor without doing anything. And also, in the worst case, you can lose time because of orangey. So now it's all about going down. You will see most of the enemies you have seen before. This is still a part I need to learn more. For this one here, I'm gonna wait for the boulder. I'm gonna charge a torch because I know I can be trapped by a frog here. So yeah, that's a thing to know. Those flying heads won't give you any problem. I'm gonna do the same on this floor. There will be maybe two frogs actually, if I remember well. So yeah, that's an instance of a bad RNG with the boulder. I'm gonna have to wait. Okay. At least you are regaining your health every time you're cleaning a new floor. So now we don't need to go down anymore. Okay, I got good RNG here. Most of the time I'm taking a hit on this. But here now it's just to spam the button to kill all the mummies. That's basically what you have to do until the end. This will be the last floor because we are back at the beginning. And the timer will stop once I will stop moving at the end. It will happen in like 15 seconds, I would say. Oh my god, I'm getting pretty bad RNG with the boulders on this run. And time! I think that was 15:39. Yeah, good run. I don't think I died at any time. I got some pretty bad time losses. So it can be improved. And it makes me realize that actually commenting this game while playing it is actually doable. So yeah. This is credit. I really like this little scene because the temple collapse and well, the deity is not really happy. And the stare at the end is pretty funny. So yeah. This is the end of the run. As I said, it's very challenging. I'm still trying to improve this run. There's a lot of mistakes I can clean on this one, that's for sure. And I really hope more people will try to try this run. It's very cool to optimize. I haven't found any glitch so far. The only one I encountered was a soft lock. I had to restart my run. So yeah, maybe there are some interesting things to find in this game still. But yeah, I hope you enjoy watching this video and see you soon for another one. Bye bye.